go over a quick intro to how does this all work, just to get you a little familiar with this model. So basically, we're using a client called Zoom. If you're here, then you got it. And we are going to have just a couple ground rules and ways of doing business in here so that way everybody can have a good experience. So right now you are muted. Our group, which is about 8 people tonight, is going to be able to sort of control the settings. We also have your personal video automatically turned off. If you've turned it on, that's great, that's fine. We're going to help you get comfortable, and then we'll get to the stuff in a minute. And if you can't hear us, most likely that's on your end, so you can try and turn up the sound on your computer or device. If that doesn't work, we can find ways to help you get in. So we'll go to the next slide here. So the big things that are going to help you out tonight are making sure that you have your participant and chat windows open, and those are the two boxes on your right. And if they are not open, then you can use those 2 buttons there at the bottom to be able to turn those on. So just make sure you have those open, because that's the major way that we're going to interact tonight. So we have a series of presenters tonight, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to have it set up like a class where when each presenter is speaking, we're going to mute everybody's microphones, and you know, we're going to let that presenter finish up, and then we'll turn on your microphones one by one as you raise your hands to ask questions or have discussion. But as we're going, when the microphones are muted, you can ask questions by using our chat feature. So that's the bottom box on your right. You can type the message in the box. We have a couple people that are going to be, you know, paying attention to that, and they can respond to you. You can ask questions about just how come something's not working, or what did that person just say, or you can ask questions that are relevant for the discussion, and we can get to those at the appropriate time. Just keep in mind, everybody can see what you type. So it's an open forum. All right. So right now I'm sharing my screen with you so you can see what's on my computer. All our presenters are going to do that, and so you can see their slideshows. When it's time for the discussion, we are going to switch to something different where you can see everybody's faces, or at least you can see either a picture or a blank screen for their face, but you can still ask your questions you know, using your microphones when we turn them on. If you don't feel comfortable to have your video on, that's totally fine. We'd like to see you, but that's really up to you. And you're welcome to turn those on and off as need be based on what you're doing at home. So when we get to the discussions themselves, then you can interact with us by talking. And so we want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to speak, that we're not overlapping each other. And so we're going to ask you to click your raise hand button, which is a blue button in the participant window, and we'll call on you when it's your turn. So we have a few people that are keeping an eye on that too. They'll write down your name in the order that you raise your hand. And when it's your turn, we will unmute. So we'll turn on your microphone so that you can speak out loud. And when the question is answered, then we'll turn that off and we'll go to the next person, unmute them, and have them ask their question. And this is the first time we've done it, so let's see how smoothly that goes. But we think it'll work. So let's just try a little test. If you all have your chat windows open, go ahead and type in your favorite fruit into the chat window. And actually it's weird because I can't see what's happening, so someone's gonna have to tell me if this is working.
We have a lot of
we have a lot of responses.
Okay, excellent.
A lot of watermelon.
All right. I think that's a good choice. Well, I'm glad that people like fruit. That's a good deal. Maybe later in this online version we'll do our nutritional wellness one again. We can talk about good fruits. All right, so if you got that, I'll tell you that I like strawberries. And now you can try and raise your hand to request to speak. So this is just clicking the blue button. And when we call on you, you can say, you can say your name. So we'll do that for just a handful of people just to make sure that it works. Alicia is going to be our moderator. So we're starting to see some people raising their hands. That's good. So Alicia, if you want to go ahead and call on a handful of people, feel free.
So I can see Ann O'Flynn that she raised her hand. We got Jeff Larcombe, Angelica. Oh my gosh, I'm going to butcher everyone's name. I am so sorry.
You can let them say their name if you want to unmute and make sure that they can do that.
Okay. So how about this? I'll start with Ann. If you want to say hi, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Ann O'Flynn.
Perfect.
Hi, Ann.
And then I'll lower your hand when we're done with that.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. How about Jeff?
Hi, my name's Jeff Larcombe.
Hi, Jeff. How are you?
Perfect.
Hanging in there.
All right.
Angelica.
Hi.
Sorry, again, I forgot to unmute you, so Angelica. There you go.
Okay. My name is Angelica, and I pronounce my last name Caucasian.
Caucasian.
Perfect.
Well, hi,
I would
Angelica.
not have said it that way. Let's see.
All
Lisa
right, let's do
Smith.
one more.
Lisa Smith. There we go. Oh, I think multiple. I'll hit unmute. There you go. Try that, Lisa Smith.
Thank you.
Yep. There you go.
All right, cool. All right, so we kind of get the sense of how this works. Like I said, you can type in at any time into the group chat, and you can also raise your hand, and we'll get to your questions as soon as we can. Okay, so hey, we're ready to go. Again, if this is complicated or you want a refresher on this, we will always be posting these videos on our website. It'll be kind of like a YouTube link. You can watch these videos as many times as you want, just to make sure that you get all the details you need. And as a note, we understand that some people may have challenges with their computer screens or phone screens, and that's okay. We know that this is, maybe something that we have to do if we want to do an online version, is to look at our computers. But you're always welcome to just listen in. You can still ask your questions, in little bits and pieces. And if you need to take a break, you can always exit. You can watch our recorded videos at a later time. So we're hoping that this is as accessible to you as possible. We'll have a survey afterwards, and you're welcome to give us your opinion. How well did it go? What could we do better? And if there are challenges like, trying to get to a comfortable setting with the screens or something like that, we'll do our best to address those as well. So we really want to make it an enjoyable experience for everybody.